everyone, I'm Kinjal Patel, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Computer Engineering. So here is the part 1 of chapter 3, Parsing Theory, lecture 14. So we are seeing the example of LR0 parsing from last two lectures, and we have performed first two steps of it. That we have constructed canonical set of LR0 items and we have constructed LR0 parsing table. Now third step is to parse the input string. So in this video lecture, we'll see how to parse the input string using LR0 parsing table. So here is the table which we have constructed in last lecture, and we want to parse the string ABB. So in stack, initially $0, means our starting state has been stored, and in input buffer, input string has been stored. Now there are two columns. First one is action and second one is go to. So in action table, the operation on terminal symbol will be stored, and in go to table, the operation on non-terminal will be stored. And parsing action is used to store the value of production rules which we want to reduce. Now to parse the string, there are two possibilities, that either we can shift that input symbol to stack, or we can reduce that input symbol to its non-terminal symbol. So for that, we'll check the top of the symbol of stack and top of the symbol of input buffer. So there is 0 symbol on top of the stack and A symbol in input buffer. So we'll check for the entry from 0 on A in our parsing table. So from 0 to A, there is entry S3. So shift action will be performed. 0 to A equals to S3. So A will be shifted from input buffer onto stack. And here, as the value of shift is 3, so A will be shifted with value 3. Shift action will be performed and A will be shifted with value 3 because the value of shift is 3. So in stack, there is value 0A3. And in input buffer, there is input BB $. Now, we'll check for the entry from 3 to B in parsing table. So from 3 to B, there is entry S4. So shift action will be performed with value 4. So 3 on B equals to S4. Shift action will be performed and B will be shifted onto stack with value 4. So 0A3 B4, and in input buffer there is value B $. Now we'll check for the entry from 4 to B in parsing table. So from 4 to B, there is entry R3, means our input in stack will be reduced. So 4 on B equals to R3. So input in stack will be reduced. So as the action is R3, so our third production will be used to reduce the input, and B will be reduced by A. So here our B4 will be reduced by non-terminal A. So reduce A derives B. So to reduce B4 by A, now here top of the stack has value 3 and B will be reduced by A. So now we'll check for the entry 3 on A in parsing table. So 3 on A has value 6. So 3 on A equals to 6. So now B will be reduced by A6. Okay. As you can see that we want to reduce B by A because the action is R3. So we'll reduce B4 with A, but A should have some value. So for that we'll check for the value 3 on A. So as 3 on A has 6 value, so B4 will be replaced by A6 in stack. And in input buffer there is input B $. Now we'll check for the value 6 on B in parsing table. So 6 on B has value R2. So again reduce action will be performed. 6 on B equals to R2. So reduce action will be performed. But now R2 means our second statement, which is A derives AA. So here reduce A derives A. Now here you can see that our A3, A6 will be replaced by its non-terminal A. A3, A6 will be replaced by its non-terminal A. So A should have some value. So which value? So we'll check for the 0 on A. So as 0 on A equals to 2, so A2 will be placed in stack. And in input buffer, there is input B dollar. Now we'll see for the entry from 2 to B in parsing table. So from 2 to B, there is action S4. So shift 4 action will be performed. So here action is shift. So input buffer. So input from input buffer will be shifted to stack. So 0 A2 as it is, and B will be shifted onto stack with value 4 as shift has value 4. And there is dollar in input buffer. So we'll check for the entry 4 on dollar in parsing table. So 4 on dollar has action R3. So reduce action will be performed as 4 on dollar equals to R3. So R3 statement will be used to reduce the input. So R3 production is A derives B. So in stack, B will be reduced. Okay, so in stack there is 0, 8, 2. Now 2 on left hand side, A has value 5 in parsing table. That 2 on capital A has value 6 in parsing table. Sorry, 2 on A has 5 value in parsing table. So B will be replaced by A5. B4 will be replaced by A5. And the action which will perform is A derives B. So B4 will be replaced by A5. As 4 on dollar has value R3, so we have performed reduce action, and R3 has production A derives B. So we have reduced B by left hand side A. So B4 will be replaced by A. Now there should be some value with A. So we'll check for the 2 on A. So 2 on A has 5 value. So B4 will be replaced by A5. And there is dollar in input buffer. So now we'll check for the entry from 5 to dollar in parsing table. So 5 to dollar has action R1. So reduce action will be performed. So as R1 has production rule S derives A, so A will be replaced in stack. So here A2, A5 will be replaced by left hand side S. So to replace A with S, there should be some value with S. So for that, we'll check for the value from 0 to S. So from 0 on S value 1. So S with value 1 will be placed in stack. So we have derived A with S. So 0 on S equals to 1. So S1 will be placed onto stack, and there is dollar in input buffer. Now we'll check for the entry from 1 to dollar in parsing table. So from 1 to dollar there is accept action. So in action table, accept action will be performed. So our string has been parsed successfully. So this is how we can parse the string using LR0 parsing table. So to parse the string, the rules are same in all LR parsing algorithms. Means in SLR, CLR, LR0 and LALR, the rules are same for parsing the input string. So we can parse the input string using this method in any of algorithm of LR parsing. Now next algorithm is SLR. So these are the steps to construct SLR parser. That first step is to construct canonical set of LR0 items. So in LR0 parsing technique, also we have created. So in LR0 parsing technique, we have created LR0 item set. So first step is same as LR0 parsing technique. We have already discussed that in LR0 and SLR, in both algorithms, LR0 item set is constructed. So first step is same as LR0 parsing technique. Then second step is to construct SLR parsing table. So we'll see that how we can construct SLR parsing table using LR0 item set. And third step is to parse the input string. So third step is also same as LR0 parsing tables. S. If we want to pass the strings, then rule are same in all algorithms. So here is the first step of SLR, LR0 item set. So which we have already constructed in LR0 parsing technique. So I won't repeat this step as the rules are same as in LR0 parsing technique. Step 2 is to construct SLR parsing table using LR0 item set. So there are two entries needs to be made in parsing table. First one is for shift and second one is for reduce. The rules for shift are same as LR0 technique. There is change in only the rules of reduce. That first rule is to construct I0 to IN item set, which we have already constructed. Now second rule is to construct state I from II. Means if there are states I0 to I6, then construct state 0 to 6 in parsing table. Now the parsing actions for state I are determined as follow. That first rule is if go to II comma A equals to IJ, then set shift J in action I on A, where A must be terminal symbol. So this rule is same as we have performed in LR0 parsing table. Now there is change in rule 2B. So there is change in this rule only, that will make the entry of reduce in the terminal symbols of follow of A only. While in LR0 parsing table, we were making the entry of reduce in all the terminal symbols which were present in the rule of grammar. Here A may not be S dash, means if A is S dash, then there is rule that S dash derives S in II, means if S dash is final set, then set action I on $2 accept. So if S dash derives S dot is final set, then we'll make the entry of accept in parsing table. Now third rule is for the entries of non-terminal, which is also same as LR0 parsing technique, that if go to II comma A equals to IJ, then go to I comma A equals to J, means we'll make the entry of J in non-terminal symbols, means we will make the entries of J for all non-terminals except SJ. Means for terminal we'll make the entries of SJ, and for all non-terminals we'll make the entries of J. And fourth rule is all entries not defined by rules 2 and 3 are made error. So now we'll construct the SLR parsing table. So now we'll make the entries of shift first. So we'll check for the entries of go to. So here first go to I0 comma S equals to 1. So we will add 1 from 0 to S. So from 0 to S 1 will be placed. Then here for second statement there is go to I0 comma A. So we will add I2 on I0 comma A. So from 0 to A we'll place 2 as S and A are non-terminal symbols. So only numbers will be placed. Now third go to is I0 comma A equals to I3, where A is terminal symbol. So from 0 to A, S3 will be placed. From 0 to A, S3 will be placed. Now fourth go to is I0 comma B equals to I4, where B is terminal symbol. So from 0 to B, S4 will be placed. From 0 to B, S4 will be placed. Now here S dash derives S dot is final state. So we'll make the entries from 1 to $S except. Now we'll check for the go to, that here go to I2 comma A equals to I5. So we'll place 5 from 2 to A. So from 2 to capital A we'll place 5. Now here go to I2 comma A equals to I3, as A is terminal symbol. So we'll place S3 from 2 to A. So from 2 to A we'll place S3. Now here third go to is I2 comma B equals to I4. So from 2 to B will place as 4. From 2 to B will place as 4. Now next go to is I3 comma A equals to I6. So from I3 to capital A will place 6 only. From I3 to capital A will place 6 only. Now next go to is I3 comma A equals to I3, where A is terminal symbol, so we'll place S3 from 3 to A. Now last go to is I3 comma B equals to I4, so we'll place S4 from 3 to B. Now we want to make the entries of reduce in parsing table. So the rule says that make the entries of reduce in the symbol of follow of non-terminal only. So here there are two non-terminal symbols S and A. So we need to find the follow of S and A. So S is the starting symbol. So dollar will be placed in the follow of S. Now we'll check for the S symbol in the right hand side of grammar. As there are no S present in the right hand side of grammar, so no more rules will be applied and no more symbols will be added in follow of S. So follow of S equals to dollar. Now next we want to find the follow of A. So here in the first statement there is A, so we'll apply the rule on A, that which symbol following that A. So here non-terminal A is following A, so first of non-terminal A will be placed in follow of A. So first of A is small a and small b, terminal A and terminal B. So terminal A and terminal B will be placed in follow of A. Now we'll check for the second A, that here second A is present in the first statement. So we'll apply the rule of follow in second A, that as no symbol following second A, so follow of left hand side, follow of S will be placed in follow of A. So follow of S is dollar, so dollar will be placed in follow of A. Now we'll apply the rule of A in the second statement, that here as A is present in the second statement, so here we'll apply the rule of follow, that as no symbol is following follow. Now here is second statement, there is A, so we'll apply the rule of follow in this A, that as there is no symbol following for A, so follow of A will be placed in follow of A. So as we are already in follow of A, so no more symbol will be placed in follow of A. So follow of A is A, B and dollar. Now we'll check for the final set in this example, that here I4, I5 and I6 are the final set, as there is dot at the end of right hand side. So first A derives B dot. So A derives B dot is third statement. So R3 entry will be made for this statement. Now R3 entry will not be made in all terminal symbols as LR0 technique. Here we'll make R3 entry in the symbol of follow of A only. So here R3 entry will be made in the terminal symbols of follow of A. So follow of A is A, B and dollar. So R3 entry will be made in A, B and dollar. And in which set? I4 set. So entry will be made in 4 to A, 4 to B and 4 to dollar. Now here I5 set is also final set, which is S derives A dot, dot is at the end of right hand side. So we'll check for this statement, that it is first statement in the grammar. So R1 entry will be made in the terminal symbol. Now in which terminal symbol? So for that we'll check for the follow of S. S follow of S is dollar. So R1 entry will be made in dollar only. So in 5 state, in state number 5, R1 entry will be made in dollar only. So from 5 to dollar, R1 will be placed. Why we have placed R1 in dollar symbol only? Because follow of S is dollar. So we'll place the entry R1 in dollar only. Now, third final state is A derives A dot I6 set. So A derives A dot is second statement. So R2 entry will be made in parsing table. Now in which symbol we'll place R2? So here we'll check for the follow of capital A. So follow of A is A, B and dollar. So R2 entry will be made in A, B and dollar in 6 set. So in set number 6, we'll place R2 entry from 6 to A, from 6 to B and from 6 to dollar, as A, B and dollar are the follow of A. So we have made all the entries of shift reduce in parsing table. So step 2 has been performed in SLR. So step 3 is to parse the string using SLR parsing table. So this step is also same as LR0 parsing technique, which we have already discussed. So we have learned two algorithms of LR parsing, LR0 and SLR parsing. Now in next lecture we will learn third algorithm, which is CLR parsing with its example. Thank you.